So in this video today, I'm going to be helping you to understand the world of sus chords, utilizing Jacob's beautiful song, Little Blue. The song is in E flat, so let's actually get that up. I'm going to get it on the screen. All right, so this is the song. I'm going to play the verse. I'm going to show you how to play this. So it goes like this. Beautiful melody. And did you hear on that penultimate chord? So that's sus. In this case, on B flat, so which represents the 5. And often sus chords, in terms of a major context, so ultimately chord 5 is B flat major, but having that sus to replace a major chord, often you'll hear it on 5. Yeah, that's so beautiful, because compare it to this. So if I just play it without the sus, it'll be like this. For this chord, which has its place, but Jacob's approach is more so right here. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. I'm telling you, sus chords are really useful to know. So this is going to help you a lot. So this is the major scale. This is the family that we're in terms of playing this song. So we're in the key of E flat major. So the chord progression is as such. It starts on chord 1, then it goes to chord 4, then it goes 5, 6, 2, 5. We'll get into the sus feature of the 5 in a moment. 1. And I'm referring it to the diatonic scale. So utilizing the major scale, we have 7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we start on chord 1, chord 4, 5, 6, 2, 5, 1. That's the fundamental chords. Now Jacob had a few more inflections. He had, for example, going from chord 1, he had little. So he had a first inversion of chord 1 on the bass note. So we're just moving from the root to the 3rd, the G, to take us up to the 4. Yeah, so I'll play it for you slowly. So it goes like this. I'll play it without the melody so you can see it very clearly. So it goes like this. So little blue, 2, 3. 2, 5 sus, home. That's the foundation that you need. One more time. 2, 3, 3, 4, sus. Alright, now with the melody it will be like this. 2, 3. And the second half of the verse. So, the melody, as you heard, is this. Second time through. And all I'm doing with my right hand, I'm just choosing certain chord inversions that are best suited to being able to play that melody on the top. So I'll play it slowly one more time. So 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Second half. that's the foundation of the chord progression. But I really want to talk about this. I want to show you this. Yeah, this sus. So a sus chord can be created quite simply. In this case, we're looking at B flat sus. So on the left hand, we'll have B flat. On the right hand, you can create a sus chord by going up an octave, and then going down 2 semitones or a tone, and playing a major of whatever that note is that you've landed on the right hand. So in this case, it would be A flat major. There's a sus chord right there. And sus chords, to me, they sound like a hug. They put you, and it's like they put you in a direction, but it's done so subtly that you wouldn't even notice it. As opposed to this, which is, that's very clear, that's very functional. But this one, yeah, there's more nuance to this. Yeah, to set you up to go to, yeah. And this is a really beautiful chord progression and melody combined by Jacob. And this last chord is really, 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 really important. It's really important to know in terms of chord progressions in general, as opposed to just playing that 5. And remember, we're utilizing the major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're looking at this B flat as being this sus chord. You can also apply sus chords elsewhere, like for example in a minor context. I could go up to the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the C minor would be the 6 of the scale of E flat. So each one of the major scale notes have a fundamental chord, either major or minor, fundamentally. So we have chord 1, which is major, chord 2, which is minor, and this is just utilizing all these scale notes to know which is which in terms of major or minor. So this is chord 1, which is major, chord 2 is minor, chord 3 is minor, chord 4 is major, chord 5 is major, chord 6 is minor, and 7 could be diminished, or I've often heard it referred to and played as this, and Jacob uses this a lot in terms of a first inversion of a B flat major, something like this. Yeah, so 7 can have a few different options, and then chord 1. So when we're utilizing a 6 chord, the C minor, you could also use a sus approach, which is going to be less bold and strong. That would be your C minor, but the sus approach, based on what I showed you, so we have C on the bottom in the left hand, and the right hand are going to go up an octave and then go down a tone and play a major of this B flat, so it would be this. And as you can hear, that has definitely a more nuanced approach as opposed to this. So that's actually another option for you to consider in terms of utilizing sus chords to replace, yeah, a minor chord. Yeah, likewise for the 2, F minor, which would normally be a minor chord. If we're using the same logic, if I go up an octave and then go down a tone, play a major of that. Yeah, so you got these more nuanced feels. Now likewise for the G, this presents an interesting option when we utilize a sus chord, which will actually be, so if we go down on the right hand a tone, play a major of that, we'll have so that's an interesting one. We've got an A natural in the chord, which is not in the key of E flat. Yeah, that's a really nice feel though. I like that a lot. Yeah, so some experimentation on your part in terms of which ones you want to use, in terms of these sus chords where you want to use it, will be needed. Yeah, that's another sus chord. So let me show you an exercise to be able to play through these sus chords effortlessly. It goes like this. I'll show it to you. Let me do it one more time. Effortlessly, he said, and he didn't even play it. Excuse me. Let's try again. There we go. One more time. Alright, so what am I doing there? Well, I'm covering all 12 of the possible sus chords in a bit of a groove, you could say. On my left hand, I'm going up a tone for the first 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll be going up a tone. And I'm just playing sus chords. Same logic that I showed you before. So for the C, I have the C on the bottom on my left hand. On my right hand, I'm going to go up 2 octaves in this case. I could do it here. Go down, there's my sus chord. I'm choosing to do, put my left hand down an octave because there's a bass feature to play. So fundamentally all I'm doing is just playing C sus, D sus, and I made it by just going, okay, I've got a D, so on my right hand I'm going to go down a tone from D, play a major of that. That's all I'm doing. So I've got C sus, D sus, E sus, F sharp sus, A flat sus, B flat sus. Alright, that's like the first step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With my left hand, as you can see, I've got a bit more movement. I've got the root, and then I'm going to be playing the fifth, and then the octave. Yeah, so I'm going up. And when I go up a tone on the left hand, I'm going to go up to my D, rather than going back down to this bottom octave. So I play one more time. So I'm going ascending with my left hand. Now I'm going to move up to the D and go down. Then when I go up a tone again, I'm going to go up to E from the bottom on my left hand. And then when I move to the next chord, which will be F sharp sus or G flat sus, I'm going to go up with my left hand, go down. So it's like ascending, descending, ascending, descending. I'm just moving up a tones for the first 6 steps. So slowly it'll be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if I move up a tone again, I'll come right back around to C. But what I'm actually going to do to break up the monotony of just doing C again, because I want to be able to feel, and the whole reason why I'm showing you this exercise is so that your hand and visually you can see all the 12 possibilities of playing these sus chords to really get a feel of what C feels like, D feels like, E feels like, F sharp, etc. So by the time I get to the B flat, I'm now going to go up a semitone to go to B. Yeah, so I'll play one more time. And on my right hand, my tri that I'm playing is just thumb, third finger, and little finger. That's all I'm doing for all of the respective major chords on my right hand. So C sus, D sus, E sus, F sharp sus, A flat sus, B flat sus. Alright, now I'm going to go up a semitone to go to B now. And it starts again, which is now going to go up a tone to D flat, up a tone, up a tone, up a tone, up a tone, and then I choose to go up a tone one more time to B, which is a repetition of the B that we had before, and then we just go up a semitone to finish on C. Yeah, that's my choice. Yeah, you could, for example, just stop on the A, to be fair, because that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. So by the time you hit the A, you've covered all 12 possibilities. But just to bring some conclusion, because ultimately you want to finish on the C, so I choose to go up to the B, and then if I wanted to, I could start the process again from C. So slowly it goes like this: C sus, D sus, E sus, F sharp sus, A flat sus, B flat sus, up a semitone now, B sus, D flat sus, E flat sus, F sus, G sus, A sus, B sus, and then finish on C sus. Yeah. And that exercise will really get you accustomed to all these sus chord sounds. So then you can start to apply Jacob's chord progression once you work out as well the other major chords and major and minor chords in the chord progression. So the chord progression had chord 1, and then go into chord 4, chord 4, chord 5, chord 6, chord 2. The sus we've already done already, which will be B flat. We already worked that out with our exercise. And then back to chord 1. So then you can apply that. For example, if I go to the key of C, so which would be this: chord 1. My left hand's going to go up to the inversion. Chord 4. I'll give you a bit of context. So it would be little blue, 2, 3. In this key, 2, 3. Going to the chord 2 next. 5 as a sus, which I know which would be the G, and then back to C. If I even add in the melody as well, so it'd be like 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah. Likewise for D. You know, and you want to kind of test yourself in all 12 keys to make sure you can do it, because then you can start to apply this chord, especially the sus chord, in the context where you don't need to feel pressured. You can apply it pretty much to any context, any chord that is suitable to include that chord in, because you would have practiced it so much, this chord progression so much in different keys, that if there's a chord progression that includes a sus chord, you'll be able to put it in there easily. And likewise, if you want to choose to maybe change a chord progression to include that sus chord in there, you'll be able to do so because you would have practiced this chord progression from Jacob Collier. Likewise, in the key of D, it'll be like this. So 2, 3. I'll give you one more example. I can literally, you know, just keep this going. I could go to the key of E, so it'd be like this. 2, 3. Once again, that sus chord at the end. Yeah. So there you have it, Jacob Collier, Little Blue, utilizing those sus chords. Enjoy practicing those. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.